For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if you are willing to accept it, he is the Elijah that was to come. Alright, now that's a tricky line right there. He is the Elijah that was to come. As a matter of fact, the reason why I'm making this video is because I just came across a guy on the internet falsely preaching that John the Baptist was Elijah reincarnated. Let's break this down. In Judaism, the Jews believe that Elijah will come back to announce the coming of the Messiah. In Christianity, Christians believe that Elijah is one of the two witnesses, the other being Moses. Moses representing the law and Elijah representing the prophets that returned during the tribulation to usher in the second coming of Christ. First off, let me squash this idea that John the Baptist was Elijah reincarnated. For one, Elijah never died. He was taken up into heaven in his physical body in a chariot of fire. Last I checked, in order to be reincarnated, you had to die and be physically reborn as someone else. So how do we make sense of all this? Well, the angel Gabriel gives us a clue in the announcement or foretelling of John the Baptist's birth in Luke chapter 1. In verse 17 of Luke chapter 1, the angel Gabriel says this of John, "And he will go on before the Lord in the spirit and power of Elijah." In John chapter 1, verse 21, John the Baptist specifically denies being Elijah. However, John the Baptist did say this of himself, quoting the prophet Isaiah in chapter 40, verse 3, "I am the voice of one calling in the desert. Make straight the way for the Lord." You see, the Jews in John's time were expecting Elijah's literal return, as prophesied in Malachi chapter 4, verses 5 through 6. Now here's the thing, the Jews don't believe that the Messiah has to die in order to atone for their sins. However, we Christians know that Christ's blood was the dowry that purchased us, his bride, the believers, the church. That's why Jesus says John the Baptist is the Elijah who was to come, and why the angel Gabriel said that he would come in the spirit and power of Elijah. So the Jews are right. Elijah will come to announce the coming of the Lord, except for when he comes, he will be announcing the second coming of the Lord. Whereas John the Baptist, who comes in the spirit and power of Elijah, is the voice crying out in the desert that identifies Jesus as the Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world.
Christ is King.